Alright, people, so I made a Periscope video a few weeks ago saying WWE is getting better. And I thought it was. I mean, at least in the short term, it was getting better. There was a couple good episodes of, or at least better episodes of maybe Raw or SmackDown. They had a few good main events set up. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose versus Ziggler. They had the right guys in the main event. Maybe they didn't put them there correctly, but they did. And then it just started sucking again. So I feel like I should make a video now saying, okay, now it's getting worse. It's getting worse now from a couple weeks ago. And it really is. If you look at SummerSlam, that show sucked. I mean, it was very underwhelming. It had two good matches. I thought Charlotte versus Sasha Banks was a good match. Cena Styles was a good match. Then after that, the show really took a big fucking shit. I mean, then we really got, 3 hours, 2.5 hours of just horrible wrestling. I mean, matches I expected to be good, like Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins and Ambrose versus Ziggler, were just shit matches. They were really terrible matches from what I expected them to be. I was very disappointed in that. And really, Finn Balor, a guy who I saw, showed talent in NXT, really took a shit at SummerSlam and sucked. So, I mean, that was a disappointment. I mean, the second biggest show of the year, it's supposed to be a very good show, was not good at all. It wasn't even average. It sucked. So that's one reason I think it's getting worse. Another one, the night after, then you got that fuckface Roman Reigns, that piece of shit with no talent, Roman Reigns. Somebody says they hope Kevin Owens or Seth Rollins wins Monday. I do not want Roman Reigns to win. Yeah, they better not put Roman Reigns as a champion, because we all saw how his first reign went. His first reign was a fucking... The decision to put the belt on him in the first place was a fucking disaster. Because you got your top babyface in the company getting his ass booed. I mean, how embarrassing is that? I mean, if you see that, if you're Vince McMahon or a creative team, and you're like, okay, this is your top babyface. This guy's supposed to get huge fucking cheers, like Steve Austin, or at least somewhat close to that, because, I mean, it's hard to live up to Steve Austin or The Rock in their heyday, but... we're hoping for some big cheers when he comes out. People will love him. No, you get Roman coming out and just complete fucking boos. I mean, he gets booed louder than 10 times louder than any of the heels, anybody really. It's fucking embarrassing to the company to see that, and they just fucking ignore it like nothing's happened, like it's normal to have your top baby face being booed. And of course your Bleacher Reports don't really care about it too much either, because they tend to suck WWE's cock a lot too. Like, oh, it's good Roman's getting booed. It's good that he's eliciting a response. No, it's not good that you're eliciting a response. That's like saying somebody says you're the dude who doesn't respect Roman at all. What do you mean I don't respect him at all? I'm giving my opinion on him. I don't think he's good. This has nothing to do with respect. This has to do with whether I think he's a talented wrestler or not. Triple H opinion. I think Triple H is good in the ring. I think he's much of a legend because of what he's done. But I don't want him to, like, with the whole authority shit. But he's improving. You mean Roman Reigns? I don't see much improvement in him at all. Maybe a little bit, but that's not saying much, because from where he started, he was fucking terrible. So he couldn't have gotten any worse. But like I was saying with Triple H, he shouldn't be. You remember the authority? He would cut promos, like 20-minute long promos. He would be on TV more than anybody else every week. I don't like that Triple H. I like the Triple H that comes back to wrestle, a few matches a year, maybe is involved in some storylines, but I don't want him on TV every week, because let's face it, he's 40-some years old, and that's not good to have somebody who's way past their prime on TV that much every week. They should give more time to the younger talent. Somebody said they're going to Raw September 19th. Well, I hope you don't fall asleep, because I'm sure it'll be boring. But to Roman Reigns getting better, he's not getting better. I mean, I watch his wrestling. It sucks. Somebody said they still think he's a fucking monster. Triple H. I mean, I don't know if monster would be the correct word for me, but I mean, I still think I give him credit. He's like 48 years old, in his high 40s, and he could still go out there and wrestle a pretty good fucking match. Could still wrestle better than a lot of the guys on the roster. So, I like Triple H, but right now I like him. I really hated him though when he was coming out there every week with that. The Authority sucked. I mean, that was pretty bad. Somebody says Triple H needs to stay down in NXT. He made NXT. He could do both though. I mean, he could manage NXT. Whatever. I hear he's responsible a lot for NXT. I don't know if that's I don't know the ins and outs of that, but somebody said they think they should have gave Triple H a streak win. Well, I don't know about that. It's just you want the streak to go on for as long as possible. Somebody said, couldn't we see wrestling in general is getting worse? Even ROH and TNA aren't great. I don't watch any other shit besides WWE because I don't have time. WWE consumes too much of my time, so I just don't. But to Triple H, I mean, watch him. I did watch the Brock Lesnar. I did watch a Brock Lesnar Mark Hunt match, which was pretty cool, but I'm not a big MMA fan. Somebody says they think wrestling is just a dying fad. I mean, yeah. I mean, the ratings are going down, and it's not. I wouldn't call it a fad because it's been here. It's been in the world for many decades. So I wouldn't say it's a fad, like a trendy thing. But I mean, people are losing interest in it because just overall, it's getting shittier with WWE. I mean, the company is in disarray. I mean, it's a clusterfuck, really. I mean, it's a horrible ass product. It's boring. It doesn't make any sense half the time. The creative team is so shitty. So, somebody says they think the 90s and early 2000s were the years. Have I lost interest in WWE? Well, I never really had too much interest in this product. I mean, it's been getting gradually worse over the last. I've only watched it for like 4 years about. And yeah, it was probably in its heyday back in the 90s and 2000s when they actually had competition and actually had to, do some good shit. But now they don't have any competition. Somebody says, why don't I stop watching? Well, I've put so much time into it. I have YouTube channels. I love the social media aspect of talking about it with other people. But somebody said the world is getting more bitchier. B-ball rules, football hard hit bans. I mean, sports is definitely, a big thing. But, I mean, WWE is still a big entity. It still has a lot of people watching it every week. But somebody asked me what I thought about Finn Balor's injury. I mean, it is what it is. It's a fucking injury. I mean, it's a shame to see him get injured. You don't want to see anybody get injured. But, I mean, again, from what I saw from SummerSlam, he didn't put on a good performance, so it's not like I'm too disappointed about just the aspect that he's going to lose the title because I don't think he deserved it in the first place. Somebody said Raw is going to take a big hit when Monday Night Raw or Monday Night Football comes. I don't know. We'll see. It'll probably go down a little bit. I don't think too much, but because I don't know how much crossover there is between WWE fans and Monday Night Football. But we'll see what happens with that. I don't pay too close attention to the ratings because really I don't really give too much of a shit about it. I mean, the fact of the matter is the ratings are going down, but because the product is garbage now. But we'll see how much the ratings are affected. Somebody said, which do you think is better at the moment, Raw or SmackDown? I don't know. I mean, I think they both equally suck. Somebody says SmackDown will get attention. I mean, it already is getting more attention because of that stupid decision to put the title on SmackDown. Really just trying to increase the viewership of SmackDown. That's really the whole purpose of the brand split, in my opinion. Which is dumb as fuck now, because now I have to watch 2 more hours of wrestling per week, which I'm fucking exhausted already watching 3 hours of Raw, NXT, pay-per-views. Now I watch 2 hours of SmackDown. It's just so fucking much for me. I think that decision to put the WWE title on SmackDown was garbage. You should have your main title on your flagship show. That is so dumb of them to do that. So I was not happy about that. And I mean, I hate watching all this fucking wrestling every week. I mean, last week you had Raw, somebody said, yes, staying up all nights for 3 days in a row to watch WWE. Yeah, I mean, like last week you had Raw, SmackDown, NXT pay-per-view, SummerSlam. Then you had next week Raw, SmackDown. So you have all this fucking wrestling. I mean, it's getting so ridiculous. I mean, like, if they keep going on this pace in 5 years, like, watching wrestling is going to be a 9-to-5 job. I mean, it's so ridiculous. and it's not good shit. It's not like I'm watching 5 hours of good shit. It's horrible shit. Somebody says they stayed up late watching 1 a.m. to 4. I've done that a lot. And I've been doing. Sometimes I do reviews at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. And I'm fucking exhausted. You could probably see it in my eyes. Probably some people might think I'm like fucking high or something, but no, I'm just fucking exhausted. Sometimes I stay up late watching wrestling because I want to get it, reviewed and up on my YouTube channel, The Ruthless Ranter. Little plug there for my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. But yeah, watching wrestling is. Somebody says, "What do I think of AJ Lee?" Well, I mean, she's been retired now for 2 years. I thought she was a little bit of a bright spot. I don't think she was great. I thought she was, pretty good. She definitely had some good matches. I don't remember too much about her. She cut that really good pipe bomb promo, which I thought was cool. She's definitely better than some of the divas on today's show, like Eva Marie, and some of those terrible fucking divas like Nikki Bella. So, but I mean, regardless of who they really put in the divas division, it's going to suck because the creative team doesn't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, if you look at somebody said Nikki didn't deserve to break her divas title record. Yeah, Nikki Bella's a terrible wrestler. She fucking sucks. I mean, she's just garbage in the ring. She doesn't have any talent really to speak of. And I don't get why she's even still in this company. She should have retired after her neck injury. She should have been gone a long time ago. There's many divas with talent, like Sasha Banks and Charlotte and, so many others who have way more talent than her. I don't get why Nikki Bella is a prominent part of this division still. I mean, they should have got away with her. I mean, she's not a good wrestler at all. And with the Divas division too, they do it a lot where, like, 1 week this person will be contending for a Divas title, then the next week they'll just be off of TV or vice versa. They'll be a complete jobber. And they do that not with the not just with the Divas division, but they do it with all of WWE. Well, they'll have Sheamus is a great example. 1 week he's 1 month he's WWE champion. The next month he's a fucking jobber. You can't do that. That really devalues the worth of your titles, and it just makes no sense whatsoever. I think you should build people up. Like Ziggler. Look at Ziggler. He was like hardly on TV, and then all of a sudden he's like #1 contender for your top belt in the company. You cannot do that. Somebody says Sheamus should go to MMA. What he wants to get his ass kicked? I mean, I don't think he has any previous MMA experience whatsoever, so I don't know how good he would do there. I mean, I guess you could train, but I mean, he should just leave WWE right now. He's lucky he even got an opportunity in this company because he's not good at all. I mean, he fucking sucks. I mean, I don't know how the fuck he became WWE champion. Like, who the fuck decided that? I mean, it's so fucking shitty. So, he just looks like he's built for it. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference though between being built and actually knowing what the fuck you're doing in MMA. I think he would probably get his ass kicked. So yeah, but is there any more questions about this? Any more questions or comments? Somebody said, who decided to hire Eva Marie? Fuck knows. I think it was because of Total Divas. They wanted to hire her for Total Divas because, oh, she's all red everything. Oh my God, she wears all red. That's her gimmick. Red. That's her gimmick. So, and then they kept her around. She somehow, I mean, found a way to stick around. Quite like John Kasich found a way to stick her. I kind of compared Eva Marie to John Kasich because, John Kasich just fucking, stayed around even though he was never polling at like over 10%. It seemed like he just stuck around in the election and he was actually the last one to leave the primary. Same thing with Eva Marie. She even though she fucking sucks, she's just sticking around. Somebody says Gary Johnson. Yeah, the libertarian, the so-called libertarian Gary Johnson. Yes. But somebody said Eva is a waste of talent. I don't care that she's suspended for the... Oh, yeah, she got suspended, too. I don't know what the fuck happened with that, but... Somebody says Nikki is still in WWE because of John Cena. I don't know. That could very well be the case. Who knows if that's true or not. I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know one way or the other if that's true. What about Paige? Yeah, Paige, I thought she had talent. She was quite young, so, I mean, she could probably get a little better. But Paige is another one where she was Divas champion and now she's irrelevant. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Somebody said Eva suspended for violating the talent wellness policy, but she never had talent. That's a good one. That's funny. That is true. She's never had talent. Somebody said Paige changed big time. Yeah, Paige is another one who got suspended too. I don't know for what, but she's gotten into some trouble, I think, in this company. I know she had that one video of her, some guy stripping for her or whatever, giving her a lap dance or whatever the fuck. Sorry about that, guys, but like I said, are there any more comments or questions about any other topics here? I'm more than happy to answer them. Somebody says Natalia's only in this said Barnes. I don't know if that's a typo, because of her blood, genes, and last name. I think Natalia's good. I've seen good wrestling from her. Somebody said Paige used to be a tomboy, now she's girly. What the fuck? I don't really care about that. I mean, I don't obsess over these divas' lives and everything like that. I just really look at it, is she a good wrestler or not? And I think she has some talent. I don't think she's like great. I don't think she's phenomenal, but I mean, I think she has some talent. But like I said, are there any if you want to keep the comments coming, because I mean, the video's been going on for quite a while, but I'm more than happy to answer any comments or questions. I don't got anything else better to do today except sit on my ass. Do I watch Total Divas? I've checked it out a couple times. I don't watch it. I mean, I gotta check it out. I gotta see what it's all about, but I do not watch Total Divas. No. Somebody said they think her mom is better. I assume you're referring to Paige's. I've never seen her wrestle, so I can't comment on that. But yeah, I don't watch Total Divas. No, it's just not my cup of tea. Like I said, I've already got enough fucking horrible ass wrestling to watch with WWE, so I don't have fucking time to watch Total Divas. So yeah. So I mean, I think it's going to get less popular as time goes on, and it'll probably end it soon. Somebody said Paige versus her mom was an awesome match. Like I said, I didn't see that. Somebody said, was anybody else feeling burned out last week with WWE? Burned out last week? I've been feeling burned out for the last couple of years with this company. I mean, just last week now. I mean, I've been burned out for quite a while now, but I just keep pushing through, because like I said, I like the social media aspect of watching this doing reviews and talking to people about it. So that's one of the main reasons I keep watching. And I've put so much time and energy into watching it. It's almost like I have to watch, except there's still good shit in this company, so I don't want to miss anything good about this company. So I keep watching it. Somebody said last week had NXT, SummerSlam, Raw, and SmackDown. By Tuesday, I was too burned out. Yeah, I was just talking about that, how they had Raw, SmackDown, NXT, SummerSlam, and then the next week, Raw, SmackDown, etc., on and on. It's just so much fucking shit to watch. I mean, I just said, if they keep this pace going in the next 5 years, it's going to be a 9-to-5 job watching WWE. It's so fucking ridiculous. It's so much to watch. I mean, a normal show has like 1 hour a week. This show is like fucking 5 hours a week. Sometimes more with NXT and pay-per-views and everything like that. So it's just so much. You really got to be dedicated to watch it, because it's not good. It's not a good show. It's not 5 hours of good shit. It's 5 hours of shitty shit. So that's another aspect you got to add to it. So, any more comments or questions here? Like I said, if you have any, let me know. If not, I'm gonna post this video on YouTube too. So anybody who hasn't seen the full thing can check YouTube page. Oh, another plug here for the YouTube. The Ruthless Rancher, so check it out. Somebody says their top 3 for the Rumble is Balor, Owens, or Bray. I'd love to see Owens win it, because I think Owens is a great talent. He came in, beat John Cena, then ever since then they've really done nothing with him, which I think is sad. But I think he's a great talent. I think he's funny, he's charismatic, he's got good talent in the ring. He's really got it all. Some people might say, oh, he doesn't have a good look. I don't give a shit what he looks like. I give a shit how good he is in the ring. I give a shit how good he is on the mic. And he's funny as fuck. Him and Jericho together, I think, would be great to challenge a New Day. The New Day versus Jericho and Owens would be a great fucking feud. Somebody said they'd laugh if Roman won the title. Oh, that'd be a fucking disaster. That'd be fucking great if they put the title on Roman. I'd be so fucking pissed if that happened. Somebody says Balor is going to return and win the Rumble. Well, how far away are we from the Rumble? We got September, October, November, December, January. So about 5 months away. So it is possible that he will do that. Will Roman ever win the title again? I don't think so, because they seem to be taking him away from the main event. They seem to be finally realizing that he is not good in the main event, and people will boo him if he's ever in the main event again. So I don't think he will win the title. I don't even know who's in that title match. I forgot. I don't have it written down or anything like that. But that would be a fucking disaster if they put the title on him again. I mean, haven't they learned? He's gotten booed so much. Haven't they fucking learned their fucking lesson to not put the title on Roman Reigns? Because they will get so much hate for that, and he will get booed out of the fucking building again. So don't do that. Somebody said that they're curious how the Rumble will be set up with the brand split. What brand pick gets number 30? Yeah, we'll see what they do with it. I assume it's going to be like 20 for Raw, 10 for SmackDown, or 15-15. Somebody says, do I like Rusev and Lana? No, I don't. I think Rusev's boring as hell. He's horrible on the mic. He's horrible in the ring, really. He's not good. Lana, on the other hand, is not good at all. I think Lana is bad. She's not good. All she does is talk for a minute and say nothing worth anything. So I do not like Rusev and Lana. They're both boring as hell. So any more comments or questions here? Alright, people, so I'm sorry, I got a phone call there, so it stopped my Periscope, but my video was getting pretty long anyway. I was kind of ready to wrap up. I know people were still commenting, so I apologize if, people weren't, if people didn't get their questions in or whatever the fuck, but I just wanted to say that, sorry about that, I got a phone call, so Periscope ended there, but so I'll just wrap it up by saying, yes, WWE is getting worse. The product is continuing to just take a shit. It's continuing to go down the shitter, and it's really a disaster. It doesn't make any sense. The people they put in the main events are a lot of times fucked up, and it's not people that people want to see in the main events. I mean, like, so many illogical shit going on with this company, too, that it just doesn't make, they'll put people, main event, and then they'll make them jobbers. They'll give people titles, and then a month later they'll be jobbers. So much shit that doesn't make sense. And yes, this company is getting worse. It's really getting worse. The shows are sucking. They're so fucking long. There's so much product to watch every week. So there you go, people. I'm gonna wrap this up. Like I said, I just made a 21-minute video, 22-minute video about WWE getting worse. So if you want to check that out, you could go watch it. It's on my Periscope channel. So I apologize for the phone call there. In cutting my video short, but if you have any questions for me, you could always hit me up on Twitter at WWE Heel Punk, at WWE Heel Punk, or at Ruthless Ranter. Those are my two Twitter accounts. So hit me up if you have any questions that you didn't get to ask or whatever the fuck. So there you go, people. WWE is getting worse, and it really fucking sucks. So there you go.